guys, it's me Nesha, and I'm coming to you with a video with Arthur. And we are doing I guess, it's not really a tag, it's how we met. So, you can say hi first.
Hi first.
What's wrong with you? So, Arthur's version of how we met is a lot different than my version. So,
That's because the truth is typically a lot different from everything else.
no, mine is the truth. Okay, so you want to go back to when the first time I seen you? Does that count? I'll tell you.
I guess so.
Okay, so.
Because it's kind of like a two-part thing.
Yeah.
So we'll just call this the Genesis.
Okay, so the first time I seen him, okay, I met Arthur when I was 14. I was a freshman in high school. And, I don't remember, what year is that, 2011? I mean, 2011. 2001? I think, or was it 2000?
2000, I
2000?
think.
2000?
It might have been the end of 2000 or the beginning of 2001, I don't know.
2000 or 2001. Something like that. Okay, so my mom worked at McDonald's. She was a manager at a McDonald's, and he was like just working at McDonald's as his job. And they had a company get together or something like that at a bowling alley.
Yeah, it was like it might have been like a Christmas party. Maybe it wasn't Christmas time.
No, it wasn't.
It was a
Christmas
company
yet.
party. It's not like a big deal. It was a company gathering.
Yeah, it was like that. So we were with my mom at the bowling alley, and I seen him come in, and I thought he was cute, and I was like, oh, who's this skinny boy? He's cute. Like, I was like, he's cute. And me being young and goofy, I'm like, I'm finna act like I'm older because he looked like he older. So I got my phone, and I'm like playing on my phone and stuff, like trying to like act like I didn't notice him. And he just came in and act like he didn't notice me at all. Like, my mother was like, oh, Arthur, these are my kids, blah, 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 blah. He was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. And I'm like, okay. You remember that?
Not exactly in that way.
How do you remember it? Go ahead.
Well, so
I got some tea, y'all.
So the party and all that did happen. But when I walked in, I remember kind of seeing everybody and seeing everything. I remember seeing a girl on her phone, like not just playing, because remember, we talking 2000, 2001. I mean, the best game you could play was like Snake.
That's what I was playing.
So she was actually on the phone, like talking, trying to busy herself. And I was like, oh, okay. What? And I was like, all right, I see. You know, she's like, oh, it's my daughter. I'm like, oh, man, she's cute. I'm like, but, you know, I'm like, maybe I'll speak to her at some point because she's on the phone. She was just trying to busy herself. I don't know who she was talking to or faking like she was talking to. I mean, listen.
Faking like I was talking. I remember playing the Snake game on my phone.
Well,
maybe I did fake call somebody. I don't know.
It's okay. I had that kind of effect on her. I mean, when I came in, I mean, it's like the room lit up and everything, and she was just looking, and I just heard like the, oh. So I can understand that. I can understand that. You got
that from seeing me, right? That's what you got.
We'll go with that. Let's go with that.
What?
So, and I was like, all right, you know, I was like, okay, I'll talk to her eventually because she's all on the phone and just trying to avoid me. So I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, I guess at some point again I'll see her. And we didn't stay that long because I was kind of a young knucklehead then, so I'm pretty sure I was going to do something dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's the beginning. That's the first time we actually saw each other. They left
immediately. Like they were not even
like 10
there.
Minutes.
You weren't there 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Y'all came in, spoke to everybody, and left. And then when he left, I got up, I looked around, I was like, I didn't fake being on my phone all this time. He gone. Like,
well, because I was born and was known to a lot of people as a place called the ghetto, and in this magical land called the ghetto, it just wasn't cool to bowl. So I was trying to be all hard, like, man, I'm not finna bowl. You know, I came in there, I had my jeans all ironed up,
creased up.
So I had to try to act like I didn't want to bowl. I wanted to bowl, I really did, but I tried to be hard. You know, I had to. I was
a suburban kid, and he was like the city kid. Okay, so fast forward. I don't know when that was. I think
that might have been that same year.
You know what?
It could have just been earlier in the year.
It probably was December. It probably was the Christmas party.
Yeah, it could have been in the wintertime, I thought, right?
Right, it was the wintertime. Because you had on that long sleeve baby blue Fat Farm shirt. I remember what he had on, y'all. I don't remember what I had on, but I remember what he had on.
I'm telling you, just the room lit up. I walked in and
Something's
she
wrong.
was just like, "Oh my god!"
Something's wrong with him.
And I just
Okay,
opened the shirt up on my chest and the S came out
you did all that.
in my mind.
In your
That's how it happened in my mind.
So then, fast forward like 4 months, and I'm on spring break. It's in April. So now it probably is 2001. And he's working. My mom was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to take y'all to work with me. She was like, one, I'm going to be short-handed. Two, y'all ain't got nothing to do at home. So y'all can go to work with me and help around at work. She was like, just come on. So me and my sister went. And this fool, again, my mom was like, oh yeah, Nesha, you met Arthur. And I'm like, hey, you know, trying to be all cool, like, oh, hi, you know. And he like, what's up? Like, trying to be all super cool, like, making the french fries and acting like he don't really see me, like, oh, okay, what's up? And then, like, I'm there or whatever, and then he starts throwing french fries and chicken nuggets at me.
Allegedly.
You didn't throw no french fries and chicken nuggets at me?
All allegations.
You didn't throw french fries and chicken nuggets at me.
I'll tell my side of the story when you get done with this.
Okay,
this,
so I'm sitting there, I'm working the drive-thru, and they're making the orders and bringing them to me, and I'm giving people, getting the money, doing the drive-thru. I'm like, what the heck? Like, literally, somebody's throwing chicken nuggets and french fries. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then later on that day, he was like, oh, I guess it was payday, and he was like, oh, Tanetta, that's my mom. He's like, can Nesha walk to the store? What is the store? The currency exchange. The currency exchange, so he can cash his check. Can she walk with me? She was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm thinking in my head, like, because first of all, I'm a freshman. He's a senior. I'm like, well, the older boy want me to walk to the store with him. I'm like, and then I was surprised that my mom let me go. She was like, oh yeah, you can walk. Just make sure you bring her back, you know, that type of stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm cool. Like, I'm gonna walk to the store with him, and I'll stop there and let you go tell your story of that first part when we met.
First of all, it's not a story; it's a recollection. All right, because this is what happened. Some of those things are true, and I don't. Did I throw anything? I don't know. It was spring break, and I was working like a slave. I mean, because I was off that week, so I was in there like every day. So I mean, that is true, and they were there working. Did things get thrown? I don't know. I mean, did I throw things? Possibly, maybe, probably, very so much. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
You have a history of throwing things there.
I do. Those are also allegations that were never
Those
proven.
are not allegations. That's the truth.
That's a different story for a different day. So I saw her and I was like, man, you know, I don't even know she had like a little McDonald's had a little visor. I was like, all right, you know, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can make happen here. So I was like, you know, so I asked her mom, I was like, hey, you know, I gotta go cash my check or whatever. I go to currency exchange. I'm like, is it cool? She goes, and I thought she was gonna say no, blah blah blah. But much to my surprise, she said yeah. So I mean, we went, and I guess the rest is kind of history. She fell madly in love, and I had to fight her off me, you know, and from the end, that's how we've been.
And then later on, that same day, when you guys were closing or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on that windowsill right there.
Yeah, the big ledge.
Yeah, that ledge.
Somebody got slammed on that a couple times.
So I'm sitting on the ledge, and I'm waiting for them to finish and all that stuff, and out of my business. Again, playing on my phone, trying to act like I'm not watching.
Not interested in me, but she was.
So then he comes up and was like, oh, can I get your number? And I was like me being the silly, goofy 14-year-old girl, I was like, me, Arthur wants my number. You want my number?
Loud, yeah. That's how I was like, oh, what?
I said that I was like, me, Arthur wants my number. Me, you want my number. And yeah.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, to me, it wasn't like Arthur. It was like, yeah, it's me. I mean, you got to understand, I was 6 feet tall and I was 115 pounds. And she might have been 5'4", 90 pounds.
Right.
So it was a couple of little skeletons getting together to have a meeting, basically, with the two of us. So, I mean, That's how that
happened?
Yeah, that's how that happened. I mean, you were sitting there, I don't know what you were doing. She was always, so I was like, man, she must have like a million friends. She's always on her phone. But that was just her way to try to, I don't even know if her friends had a phone. It was a way to try to act like she wasn't interested in me. So I would, I don't know what she expected. So I was like, look, I'm going to ask her for a number. I mean,
and he been blowing me up ever since.
Blowing up ever since. But no, you know what we did? We did start dating from there, and I mean, yeah. And I mean, that's kind of, the rest is history. But that's, I mean, I don't know. I guess it might be a different story, like how we actually end up getting married, because that's from that.
That's a whole
Yeah, because from that point, I never said that. Oh, we'll end up married down the road.
No.
Because we met, I went off to the military. We had like I guess we'll call it a hiatus.
He had to get his stuff together.
Yeah, that's what it was. You know, so more like she had to graduate high school because there are laws about that sort of thing. So I mean, but that's.
And I was really immature. I don't know why I don't know what was wrong with him. Like, I was goofy. Like, y'all think I'm goofy now?
It's true.
I was like times 20 this goofy. Like, I was still in the stage of like punching, pinching, and doing crazy stuff. Like, yeah. And he was like, oh my God, I just can't help myself.
No, she's pretty silly. Oh my God. So.
Even now, he like, you play too much. Stop. And
I
like,
do. I say this probably daily. Hey, you play too much. And when she won't stop, I'm like, you know what? 5 minutes.
I'm like, you can't put me in timeout. He's like, I'm putting myself in.
No, I just don't speak to her for 5 minutes. When she keeps going, I'm like, you know what? 7. I keep it up. I'm going for 8. And she's still like.
I keep talking.
Yeah.
Every time he adds minutes, I just keep talking. And I'll be touching them or be like, babe. He'd be like, you're not supposed to be touching me right now.
You have to respect my boundaries.
There's no boundaries in marriage. No.
If there's no boundaries in marriage, there's no rape in marriage. If there's rape in marriage, there's boundaries in marriage.
What?
Somebody's got to agree with that.
What?
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing the truth out there. I'm just throwing the truth out there.
This video is
with my hood hands. That's what it is.
No.
It's either some boundaries in marriage, or like I said, I need some time, or there's no such thing as rape in marriage.
Touching somebody is 2 totally different things.
Just saying. Ask him his thoughts on that. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there.
But I don't. You got something else to say about anything?
Other Night Turner? No, not really.
Okay, so this video already is long enough, but that is a story of how me and Arthur had met. So he has been madly in love with me since he was 17 years old. Right? Yeah. Since he was 17, since he laid his eyes on all of this.
She wasn't all that thing. Again, a couple skeletons. She wasn't 100 pounds, and I was $115. So
that's why I be telling y'all I'm fat now. Okay, but no. Okay, so that's it for this story about how we met. Leave down below any other stories you want to hear from us. As you can see, he crazy. Like, he's really crazy. Like, I'm the same one in the relationship.
You need like a caption to show what I'm thinking when you make that edit.
I can put a bubble here. What you want us to say?
I don't know, but not that.
But yeah, no. I don't know. I got a little bucket of crazy. It's like, you know, it's a little bit. It ain't that, babe, it ain't that big. I got a little bucket of crazy.
Let's call it a crate of crazy then. The bucket is kind of
No, I got a little bucket of crazy. And he's crazy in different ways. No, shut up.
Not crazy.
You are crazy in different ways. Like, he's military people type crazy. So, but we'll come up with some other stories to tell y'all. And we're going to do some other tags and challenges. So if you have any you want to see, just leave them down below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, all social medias. My Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter is Nesha's_life, and Facebook is Nesha's Life with Sickle Cell. So we will see you in the next video. Bye.
With supreme confidence.
Something's wrong with you. If you got any giggles, get them out.
I'm good.
Okay. This is the thing. Okay.
Maybe that's why I look all slanted.
Yeah, because you were looking over here. But, and it's hard not to look at,
I know.
Not to look at yourself. Okay.
Hands down. Black people talk with their hands.
No, I don't want you to keep rubbing this because look at the camera. When you do that, it was shaking.